This is day 74, and in this video, I'm going to talk about how not respecting the fundamentals of Fortnite ended up costing us this game. So here I'm trying to look for a pre-edit on a team, and I see this team making a pre-edit, and they're in the middle and going to this team. Initially, I knew that we couldn't do anything from this position because there was a team on our left and a team on our right. So I didn't want to do anything, but as soon as I saw this team try to aggress this other team, I knew that we could make a play on them. And there's still 10 seconds on the timer when I looked at this. Boom, we go for this play. He ends up getting lucky and he holds the wall. If we had pre-edit, he'd be dead. And also if he didn't get lucky and held the wall, he would have been dead. And then we didn't get the wall. That's fine. Now is the time to just leave it. Like, when you go for awareness checks like this, as soon as they become aware, the play is over. Unless you have a significant HP advantage or you need the kill now. First of all, we don't need the kill. 124, 110 mats. Have we done significant HP advantage? No, we have 0 damage on him. Is he aware? Yes. Which means it's time to leave the play. But we both keep aggressing it. This guy messes up the pre-fire, so we could have got hit 100 there. I hit this guy 60, but he makes a good play, goes to the other box and hits me 100. Now you might think, okay, you're good. You got 6 minis, 3 bigs. But in the context of the game, this is not good because zone switches in 4 seconds. I'm not going to be able to even get off 2 minis before getting ready to go. So I'm just popping my second mini right now and zone's already pulled. We need to go now. Go here. Go this way. Pause. But I'm still in the box. Not yet. Now we're fully backside with Storm on our back. Now we finally rotate. This is too late. We're stuck with everybody else. We should have been over here already. We should have been away from the lobby. But because I took damage before zone switch, it's so detrimental for your mat count, for your safety, for positioning, getting refreshed. Like, everything just gets worse. Like, look at what happened to this guy. You know, they're backside and he gets boxed. But if we were any of these teams over here, we're full chilling. And because of that little thing of not leaving it, because we don't have time until zone switch, that's why my teammate ends up dying. I use so many mats. I don't get any refreshes, and I still get second place because the kids in here are bad. But if this was a good lobby, I would have done much worse. After my teammate died and I was solo clutching this game, I see this guy die, and I know I need to get the mats, right? Because there's mats on the body. And I see this chug jug. So, what do you guys think is the right thing to pick up or drop for this chug jug? Because obviously, I'm going to pick up this chug jug. I'm not dropping my shotgun, and I'm not dropping my SMG, which means I have to either drop my medkits, bigs, or jetpack. The right decision here is to drop the jetpack. It's the last zone, and the chances of me using the jetpack now is basically 0%. The only time I would use it is if I had a siphon or a slurp on, and there was a nearby vending machine for heal off. That's the only time it would be useful. In this instance, there's no use for it, so I should just drop the jetpack instead of the bigs. Because later on, when there's downtime and it's in a 1v1, I'm stuck at 45 shield. Like right here, I could be popping bigs, but because I dropped the bigs for the chug jug, now I can't heal up fully, and this is literally the reason why I lose the final 1v1. Looking at this zone, there's 2 types of zones in endgame. There's a diagonal pull and a straight pull. I misread this zone like I did in past scrims, probably from 20 days ago, and I thought I fixed this issue, but it's still clearly an issue. And the reason why you don't want to land on like the closing side is because Storm is literally going to push you off instantly, which means more people are going to be with you and they're going to be more congested. So here it's a straight pull, because if you on this north side of the zone, right? Let me go in drone free. So on this north side of the zone, if we literally land right here, we could just tarp in straight and then we get in zone. But if you're on this side and you tarp in straight, you're not going to be in zone. You have to tarp diagonally, which means it's going to be more congested. So the best side ideally to land, if you can, is over here. So I misread this, and that's why like it's kind of cooked. So yeah, I land on this left side, which means we're going to have to instantly rotate. We are front on the side of zone, but this side is so much better. like kind of like this guy. His positioning is so good because all you have to do is just run in straight and you get in. But now we're going to use a lot more mats and the refresh opportunities are going to be worse. Now, like I said, because we landed in a bad spot, it's going to be harder to get refreshes. And I go for this pre-edit, which these are just scrims, so I'm trying to like try shit out, right? And these guys are really bad players, probably, most likely. I don't know, but probably bad. And if it's not working on these guys, it's not going to work on good players. And the reason why, in my opinion, it's not working is because they have awareness. They're not really doing anything. Like, if they're fighting, I think it's a fine pre. But the problem is they're on the side of zone, so they don't have any, they don't need awareness on anybody over here or their front. So they're going to have better awareness on us. If it was the other way around where we were this team and we were pre-editing this box, it would be completely different in my opinion. I think it would be good pre. But because we go from this way, this guy instantly knows, and my teammate clutches up and places a stare because I would have got pumped. But I do end up getting knocked in the process because they're already aware. And yeah, I did like 250 damage and I still died and my teammate didn't even get hit once. But this kind of like changes the momentum of the game. My teammate now, with all the mats that he got, has to fully tarp me in just to revive me. I have to use so many heals. We can't get kills because I still need to heal. And the rest of the game becomes really sloppy because of this. So after we recovered from me getting knocked, we are now on the front zone on the side. And we're looking for a pre-edit. The first mistake I make is not blocking off our back or our sides. This guy could have easily seen this and just went crazy on us in the back. That's... Fortunately, we didn't get punished. Or you could say unfortunately, so that we wouldn't make the mistake again. But here, we go for this pre-edit, which I think is a good pre. But the problem is, I placed this back wall instead of letting my teammate place the pre. So yeah, I still crack him. We still like do 100 damage to him. But if he would have had the pre, it would have been much better because my crosshair placement was bad because I edited like this. So then I had to flick back to his head over here because he's trying to run out the box. And yeah, it's a bad habit. I covered it yesterday and I keep doing it. So I need to make sure to stop doing that. Just let my teammate handle it and we would have got the skill. So again, I'm going to show the same mistake that I made earlier, is mistaking a straight pull for being a diagonal pull. So this, again, is a diagonal pull. Or this is a straight pull, I mean. And if you're on this south side of the zone, you can go in straight. But people on the north side are going to have to come in. And again, I misread this, so then I stayed on the north side. And then eventually I had to use more mats to come in. And our timing was worse to get refreshes, which I'm not going to show because I already showed earlier. But this is another example of how like these little things are costing mats and refresh opportunities. So this is the end of the game, going to heal off. And we don't have any whites. But we have the vending machine to win this game. And this is going to be super important going to tomorrow if we're ever put in this position where we need to win the game to heal off. Here, what I should do is tank zone, tarp to the vending, break all this for him, and drop all the gold, like protect him with all these builds here. And then just die to storm in the corner or something, like roll into here. But instead what I do is I like stay in storm. I drop him the gold here. So then he has to run back to it. He has to break all these builds. He almost loses because he gets to 10 HP. This guy almost kills him too. And then he finally gets the vending at 10 HP. This could have been really bad, obviously. And then here, let's say I didn't give him the gold. What I should have done is grab this gold and then roll into the box so he can get it instead of having to run back for the gold and then go back to the vending. But it ends up working out. This guy runs out of med kits. So then he has to go play for the vending. And then my teammate kills him and we win the game. But this could have easily been bad. Like, if he would have messed up the vending for 1 second, he would have died. And yeah, that's on me because I'm not playing heal off. So I can tank whites and tarp so that he can be safe. My teammate ended up calling that there was a solo in wood in front of us. So my plan was to simply crouch walk and then pre-edit him from this wall. And then kill him. But what I do bad... First of all, I should be switching to metal. Second of all, I need to place this wall, edit it, like I talked about yesterday, because somebody can hit us if we just place walls here and they're back in storm. Place a wall, edit it, So now we're safe from that angle. Place a wall here. Walls here. I knew there was no one up here. I saw they left the box, so I knew our tops were fine. This would have been a good play. My teammate sells because he's running and he's placing walls, which is kind of like he's just kind of botting out right now. But because we don't place these back walls, first of all, this play doesn't work, and also somebody ends up coming in our back tarp, which that's a little bit unlucky as well. But this play should have 100% worked, and yeah, I should have placed the walls around us. Like, I need to start. Like, or I need to stop not placing the walls, because eventually one of these times we're going to get, like, fucked in the back because, okay, that sounded gay, but, like, it's just going to be bad, and the play, even though if it works, we're going to die from the back because someone's going to see we're fighting. Now, because of the mistakes that we made earlier, my teammate is now dead, and I have to solo clutch. I have this guy full box. I end up killing him. Here, again, I should just drop my med kit or my jetpack for the med kits instead of the bigs, because the bigs can come in clutch. And then here, I'm rotating in metal when I should be rotating in wood. Like, it's pretty ugly to be rotating in metal here. These last two boxes, yes, should be metal. But all of this back here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. That's 100 metal wasted when that could have been 100 wood used, because in the last zones, metal is so much more important than wood, and everybody has wood when you get refreshes, but nobody has the hard mats because everybody uses them. So we need to use them like accordingly. So now I'm looking for refresh. I get a god refresh here, but what I do bad is first I drop for these mats instead of going for the wood in here, because obviously some of it got stuck in the cone. So what I should have done, in my opinion, is probably replace this floor, and this is my cone. Edit the cone out, grab the wood. Then if those mats are still safe, go for the mats. And I don't pick up the metal, by the way. And yeah, I did see this guy under me, so I didn't really want to risk it, but I could have just placed the cone and then grabbed the metal. So I ended up only getting brick from that. I think he only had 50 brick, so that refresh really wasn't worth what I could have got. The reason why I don't end up solo clutching this game is I play my whites because I have no builds. Then I see this guy, and I'm trying to jump in on him. I end up jumping in on someone else, but it still works out. So I get this kill, right? Now, this is his wall. The first thing I should do is just try to get out of the box, but obviously he's just going to edit on me. So instead of turning back, I should have just crosshaired him and then slowly backed up and then get out of the box. And if he edits on me, we're going to have to trade pumps. And if he doesn't edit on me, then cool, I get out for free and I get to go to zone and I'm good. But because I turn around, now there's no worry for him to edit on me. And then here, I see him, like I knew he's going to go for a play on me. But why even like risk dying? I have 19 builds. I should just went up one, or because if no, height's not going to spray me. Just go here, pop my meds, and then fight him again. There's no point in trying to take this 50-50 when there's only one duo on height and everybody on low ground is shambles. I bet you this guy is shambles too. 27 builds, only has minis. There's no reason to take this 50-50, and that's why I ended up dying in 5th place when I should have got at least top 2. So today I ended up doing everything I needed to do except for waking up at 12:30 p.m. And I have a solution for that I'm going to talk about later, but there was no vital scrims today, and we ended up playing only 4 bad news scrims, but it's better than we did yesterday. I think we only played 2 games yesterday, but tomorrow's Dual Victory Cup, and we're probably going to play scrims after, maybe not, but we'll see. And my solution to my sleep problems, like I've been waking up past my alarm. Like I'm not the type of person to snooze. What I'll do is I'll just turn off my alarm and just go back to bed for the next 2 hours. And this is not a permanent solution. This is only for now because I've been changing my sleep schedule. So there's a lot of sleep pressure, and like I'm very tired when I wake up. So I downloaded this app called Alarmy, and it basically has like this QR code feature where the alarm doesn't turn off until you like scan a QR code. And basically I have that in my bathroom, so I'm forced to go to my bathroom, and by that time I'm probably just going to take a piss and then go downstairs and just start my day. Once I can get out of the bedroom, then I can finally like start to function. So we're going to see how that works. And yeah, that was day 74.